Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, I think EA is too busy watching the World Cup that they forgot to abide by their own rules they set forth in this game. I'm a little puzzled by what EA did yesterday with tokens because they just went completely against what they said they were going to do and even doubled down on it in a tweet afterwards. However, it's not all bad because it actually benefits us. We can get some more packs or player picks from the tokens they dropped yesterday in SBC. So we're going to take a look at that whole situation and why we didn't get more footies tokens yesterday. Plus, star performers are back, including a really dope Jed Spence card that a lot of people are paying money for on the market to go and Evo, and upgrades are already in for the Spanish cards for that big win yesterday. That means upgrades would hopefully be coming fast for the winner of Argentina and England tonight. Of course, there's a lot to look forward to with that game and a lot of content in this game, hopefully going to be based around the last couple of days of the World Cup. But let's get into everything, guys, in the video today. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up on the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now let's look at yesterday's content, which started with evolutions, and we've got an Evo here called Youthful Valor. I would say this is an okay Evo for the right card. It does give a very nice defense and physical boost. Of course, you're going +7 defending, +7 physical, up to 96 in those stats. It does also give you the CM or CDM positions. It only allows you to put a CM or CDM in the Evo. So that's not anything super crazy. But, you know, if you have a card that's got really good stats in the attacking parts of the card, pace, shooting, passing, and dribbling, this is a really good Evo to put this Evo on that card. But I will say, it does boost the overall a lot. We're going up +2 overall. Like, let's say I wanted to put my Malik Tillman into this, which this really wouldn't fit his card, but I still would like to upgrade that shooting stat. Maybe the pace, pass, and dribble a little bit as well, but he goes to 95 rated. So unless I'm trying to create a CDM card from that item there, not necessarily worth it for me. It is free though, and it is twice repeatable, so I think it's okay, but I think it's just okay for the right card. Now, before we talk about SBCs, where the other content was yesterday, we got to talk about the big game that happened between France and Spain, and the fact that the upgrades are already in. As you can see there, Rodri has 299 stats. Ferran Torres got a 99 stat. Laporte got a 99 stat as well, as EA are flexing their, once again, looking very possible to be correct prediction for who is going to win the World Cup. Now that Spain has moved on to the final, they're thinking about it, right? I mean, this is EA kind of poking the bear with their own prediction there. But that was the fastest upgrade that we have seen thus far with these PTG cards. Just hours after the game, we got a +1 defending stat for Laporte, +1 passing stat for Rodri, and Ferran Torres, I think, got +2 dribbling or +3 dribbling from 96 up to 99. The only Spanish card that has not been upgraded yet is Borja Iglesias. That will be happening at some point later today. Again, a 4th play style plus and a +2 overall on the way for him. Now, of course, the flip side of things here is you see how down bad these cards are. It says up 350,000 coins. Well, just take a look at the graph. This Koundé got a price range update yesterday. We're going to talk about that too. A lot of price range updates for cards across the whole entire market. He went up to 3.5 million coins and was all the way down at 1.2 to 1.3, 1.185 just a couple of hours ago, and it started to rebound back after that huge crash from, again, 3.5 million coins to 1.1. Digne went from, like, I think he was over 400k after his price range update, and he's all the way down now to about 140,000 coins, the new PSG transfer card there. So that is why I'm taking a look at a card like Jude Bellingham at 8.5 million coins, and I'm telling you, sell into the hype. That is the way to go, because some of you guys bought this card for 3 mil just a couple of weeks ago, maybe even 4 mil a week ago. The bro is now 8 million coins, okay? I understand you're like, oh my goodness, Nate, he might go to 9.9 million extinct when or if England win that game today against Argentina. Yes, it's true, right? Rodri is extinct now at 4.7 million coins. Laporte is extinct now at 550k. And I mean, just yesterday, his max price was like 340, and now he's jumping up to 550,000 coins. Yes, this Jude could go extinct, but if they do lose, you're talking about a card here who's going to be 3 million coins, maybe 2.5 mil. Later tomorrow night or on tomorrow's video, we might be talking about Jude being that price, or we'll be talking about Emiliano Martinez, the goalkeeper for the Argentinian national team, being like 50,000 coins. It's going to be one of the two. So sell it into the hype just because you never know. But I do want to talk about those price range updates. EA did something that was long overdue yesterday, updating price ranges on a whole host of cards. We're talking about cards that are in packs right now from the Phenoms team to cards that haven't been selling on the market for a couple of weeks now because they were like Glory Hunter cards that were at minimum price. The perfect example for me is Lukaku, and he was 75,000 coins not selling on the market. And now, I mean, he's 60,000 coins, which actually I'm going to pick that up there because this is a card that people are still buying to Evo with these customizable Glory Hunters cards. This is something that I always like to look forward to. Of course, as we have price range upgrades, we see cards go higher, like we just looked at with the Jude Bellingham, but also we have price range downgrades where cards who were not selling on the market at their minimum price are finally selling again. So I'm picking up a couple of Lukakus because I think he's actually going to go up a little bit, but there was pages and pages and pages of cards that got price range updates yesterday. Some of them positively, some of them negatively. So just kind of take a look at that out there. Actually, you know, the card that I tweeted about yesterday, I said, this is a really, really easy way to make coins right now. I bought Harry Kane for 100,000 coins, sold him for almost his max price at 200K. He was max price 210. And then yesterday, you know, like right after I sold my Harry Kane, he gets a price range update to 350K. So could have made an extra 150,000 coins on that card there, but there were a lot of price range updates yesterday, so that is a good thing for most of the market. Now, speaking of the market, there's new cards on the market, and that is the next release of Star Performers players. We've got 4 new cards that have come into packs. Dembele, Alvarez, Jed Spence, and Mikel Merino. Mikel Merino is crazy packable. He is right around 100,000 coins right now, which is super duper cheap for one of these Star Performer cards. But the opposite is being said about Jed Spence. He was extinct at 1.2 million coins for a while yesterday. We're talking like a couple of hours as this card is just taking over, and a lot of people are super excited to try to pack him and then Evo him. Super sick dynamic, of course, with the cast that he's wearing for his jaw, broken jaw. I think Leon Delap hit him either with an elbow or something like that at the very end of the Premier League season, and he's been playing in the World Cup with a broken jaw. But super dope card there. You know, Jude Bellingham would have deserved the Star Performer card here, but that would have been his 3rd Star Performer card, so I'm not surprised that EA did switch it up. But great card there. Good luck packing it. It's going to be pretty expensive and maintain a high price because of the hype, and also be tough to pack because these Star Performers are difficult to pack. Same thing. Good luck for Alvarez and good luck Dembele if you're trying to get those cards in packs, but they are there, and that is cool. I will say Jed Spence has a gold common card. You could technically pack this item from a provisions pack because his base common card is common gold, or like a daily gold upgrade that's common gold. You could actually pack him from. Actually, I take that back about the provisions pack because I think that is capped at max 80 overall. But on other packs that just give you gold common, you could pack that Jed Spence. You'd be incredibly lucky to do so, but technically you could. Now, we skipped over one part of yesterday's content because we needed to come into it last. It was the craziest part of yesterday's content, let's say. We started off in SBCs with a really good center back card. Tomás Araujo, the Benfica Portuguese center back with 95 pace. That is a nice card, and he's also incredibly cheap. It's just an 84 and an 85 rated squad with 2 Team of the Weeks required, but, you know, that's really easy to do if you're doing the upgrade packs right now. You got easy 84s to get a couple of Team of the Week squads done on the 84 plus Team of the Week SBC. Put those into this. He's 3-star, 4-star, lengthy, center back, right back, and right mid, and customizable in terms of his playstyle. So you could give him 3 playstyle pluses, of course, take him up to Anticipate, maybe Intercept and Bruiser Plus, give him all the other defending playstyles, give him Quick Step, maybe a Press Provener in there, maybe a Pinged Pass, wherever you want to put this card, you adjust the playstyles accordingly. That is a really good card, though, for the stats. We don't have many center backs that are 95 pace, except for Evos, but that one there now in SBCs for 70,000 coins is not too bad at all. We also have the 1 of 4 94 plus UEFA winners and Tots player pick, which I'm just officially skipping now because Tots are still in this. I know there's some really good Tots cards that have 4 playstyle pluses that you could get. So if you're bored and don't have any other SBCs you want to do, then sure, you could get this one done, but I still like the 93 plus PTG picks over that one. And lastly, or almost not quite lastly, we have one more big thing to talk about. But the last thing before we talk about that is the 87x5 upgrade, which did return 90% upvoted. I would agree with that. I like that one. It's one squad. It's an easy complete. And I like actually saving those. You're going to call me crazy, Nate, saving packs at this time of the year. Yep, I'm doing it because Summer Stars has more hype for me than the state of this promo that we are in right now. It is just an obvious tanking promo from EA. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. Even after what's happened with the Glory Hunters promo and how fun those customizable cards are, it just seems like content all around right now is tanking a little bit, and I think that's on purpose, honestly. Now, yesterday, what also was tanking was EA's trust level. I mean, this is a small thing, so that's probably making too big of a situation for what it actually needs to be. But the swap SBCs returned yesterday, not in the way we expected, though, because EA dropped Festival of Football tokens here in the swaps. And this comes just a couple of days after they posted on their website with the release of this new season, Season 9, and the Footies tokens alongside of it. They said once the Footies token program goes live on Friday, July 10th, which was 4 days ago, now 5 days ago, Festival of Football tokens will no longer be earnable through game modes or squad building challenges. So they said it. They will not be earnable through squad building challenges. But here we are. And for a second yesterday on stream, we were talking about doing these because, oh, it might be compensation. EA probably meant these to be Footies tokens. So maybe you get some Festival Football tokens, which you can still spend in the store, and then they'll compensate you with Footies tokens. Well, no. EA doubled down. This just makes me laugh, man. We just read what they wrote on their website, right? There will not be any more Festival Football tokens released in SBCs. They doubled down and said, earlier today, the Festival Football token swap SBCs were reactivated. Footies token swap SBCs will be released at a later date. They just doubled down. They're like, yeah, we messed up here. Or they kind of said we messed up without messing up. Or they kind of said that we messed up without actually saying it. But they're going to do nothing about it. So, hey, if you want more Festival Football tokens, which isn't a bad thing, we're kind of benefiting from this, which I'm almost glad that EA aren't releasing or, compensating or taking away that SBC, because a lot of times when they make a mistake like this, or what seems to be a mistake, I mean, it is based on what they said on their website, they take away the SBC, right? At least they're leaving this out because you can still spend your Festival Football tokens. I actually had 60 tokens left yesterday, and I spent them on 81x10 packs to give me some more fodder to do 84 required squad SBCs. Maybe you're close to 500 tokens. This 500 token seasonal token store pack 4 is a really good one to open. I actually packed Mikel Marino and a couple of other Phenoms cards from this one yesterday as I was just trying to send all the packs that I could to have a chance at Jed Spence. But overall, it's just like, EA, what are we doing here, man? Pay attention a little bit, because you guys said that you were not going to release any more Festival Football tokens through SBCs, and then you go ahead and you do it. I understand if they're releasing those token swaps SBCs because, they want to give people enough chance to get their last week of tokens, but we've already had 5 weeks of Festival Football tokens. This is bonus, because technically now we're over the 5,000 tokens that were supposed to be released, right? 1,000 tokens each week is what you could get, or I should say the 5,000 tokens that you were supposed to be able to claim, right? 1,000 tokens each week that we go through this weekly limit, right? Well, now we're over that because this is kind of the additional 6th week on top of that. So, hey, if there was an Evo, if there was a pack inside of the Festival Football token store that you wanted to get that you were short on tokens for, hey, there's 300 more tokens now for Festival Football in the SBC section right there. So that was pretty crazy. Now, on the flip side of that, we finally had the Division Rivals rewards updated. So this is once again confirmed, as we talked about in a video a couple days ago, and it just makes sense. But inside of our Rivals rewards for this week, tomorrow on Thursday, we will be getting Footies tokens, and tomorrow on Thursday at Rivals is not the reset for the new weekly 1,000 token allotment. So these tokens that we will be getting from Rivals rewards count for this week's token amount up to 1,000. Once again, that's our weekly chase. Right now, I'm at 430. If I claim those 600, if I get 24 points in rivals, I will max out my 1,000 tokens per week. And of course, the footies tokens, our weekly allotment and the store, it all resets on Friday. I think it's a W change, but this is the first week for that. So make sure you kind of remember that and stay in tune with that. If there's like an Evo in here or a Colby menu that you would like to get before the store is going to refresh here in a couple days, you see there the Festival Football Phenoms Cosmetic Evolution, some of these Phenom packs, and then the players all will be going away on Friday. So make sure as you play your rivals today and as you acquire your tokens, you take watch on that. 430 tokens is, I think, just about the max that you could have right now with the daily dip going on. I guess you could have some more from the gauntlet. I'm a little bit behind there, so you could have a few more tokens in that. But Rivals Rewards is going to be our first big chunk of tokens today. Now, I kind of mentioned that I'm saving some packs for Summer Stars at the moment just because of how super mid this promo is right now and how exciting Summer Stars should seem. We have 0 leaks still about Summer Stars. We don't know a thing. Sure, we have expectations of big names like Mbappe, Messi, Jude Bellingham, Erling Haaland, Ousmane Dembele, Harry Kane, and others that would probably be in this promo, or an AI promo, for being completely honest here, for the graphics that have been created. But we don't know anything yet, and I'm surprised to say that there are no leaks yet for a promo that's coming out on Friday. Heading into a Wednesday, I'm not against it. I kind of like it. I'm sure there's going to be leaks. These leakers know the information. They're going to get their impressions. They're going to get their views on Twitter and stuff like that. But there are no pieces of news right now. Now, there was another piece of news kind of confirming something we kind of already knew, and that was the FC27 official card design. We're going to cover FC27 leaks as we get them in the videos daily, guys, but then we'll also probably do some dedicated videos as we get closer and as we get more like actual official FC27 news from EA and stuff like that. We'll do some more, standalone videos looking at everything FC27 related, just to make that super easy so that you don't have to keep up with the leaks every single day. We'll be able to kind of clump those together. I was hoping for something maybe a little more unique with the gold card design. Maybe it's just me playing this game for so long that the card design doesn't really matter as much anymore. I don't know if you guys feel anyway in that same boat, but gold cards are always solid. Like, there's just nothing super bad about them. I was kind of wishing that they would do something crazy this year and change up the shape again, or like something drastic, but like also not super drastic. But no, it's pretty similar. The background that we saw leaked from the Juventus TikTok page a couple of weeks ago, I think actually is what we are ending up seeing right there for the FC27 official card design. So, the leakers, they're starting to kind of tease more FC27 stuff. It was teased again a couple days ago that we wouldn't be getting any FC27 trailer until after the World Cup final. So we will have to see if that stays true or not. We will have to see. Now, really quickly, before we talk about what's coming today on Wednesday, I think we got to say sell the Festival Football Phenoms cards, because every single Wednesday, if you guys do remember, which EA completely messed up the search here for these Festival Football Phenoms on the market. There's a Phenoms red card type, but there's no regular Phenoms card. And I don't think you can, you can't actually search them up right now unless you are kind of searching on the market the old way, using the special search and then using like the price. Remember when we had to search for special cards like this? Oh my goodness, I can't even find the Balogun right now. He's got that version on the market. There we go. Searching via the price range filters. That's the way we have to used to have to search. But they messed up something. Some people think it actually had to do with the fact that card design was called like not found. Like a lot of your team of the season cards were showing as card not found in the past couple of days, and that was super annoying. Anyways, those are a little bit harder to search on the market. But Wednesdays have been days, as you guys know, where EA dropped tradable packs in the store. For the last couple of weeks, it was a tradable 600K pack, and that makes all the Impact promo cards drop. So let's say you're somebody using Lamine Yamal right now, excited after yesterday's Spain win. I would sell this card today just to be careful, because we know that EA like to be repetitive and follow cycles. And if they're going to follow the same cycle they did in the past 2 weeks with these Glory Hunters, then that means a tradable store pack could be incoming today, and these cards could be dropping. I mean, we have a Barcola, Doué, Diamande, Joao Neves, Van de Ven, and of course the Lamine Yamal that are impacts, and an Endrick too. People are probably going to rip some tradable store packs today if those do come out. So I would tell you to sell them just in case. They should go lower anyway tomorrow with Rivals rewards. If you really wanted to invest in one of these cards, I would wait until then. The rest of the market's doing pretty fine. Like we talked about with Lukaku, I think there's some more interesting trades that we can make right now with these price range changes. Like, I like Lukaku at 60,000 coins and below, because I think this is a card that people are going to now buy because they don't see his minimum price being 75,000 coins. And I think people are going to want to try him out. So I'm going to kind of trying to pick him up for about 60,000 coins on bids and on snipes. Hopefully he's back up above 75K or 80K this weekend or something like that. Other than that, though, market is doing very good. Had some good trades yesterday with Iñaki Williams PTG card. The bids are great. Of course, be careful with the big cards that are, of course, in kind of question for the upgrades today. Be careful with the PTG cards that are playing, of course, like we already talked about. Sell those into the hype. Now, let's kind of end the video by looking at today's content on Wednesday. Wednesdays, besides those store packs, usually just bring us a little bit of something in SBCs, and that's kind of about it. We've got the Monzombi, who's expiring today. The showdown for Lo Celso and Dan Burns is expiring at the time of kickoff of the game. So if you want to get some skin in the game, do the Dan Burn and Evo him or Lo Celso and get involved for that upgrade, you can do that. And the Team 2 player pick from Glory Hunters is expiring as well. So really what we'd come to expect today for an SBC player pick would be a Phenoms player pick, which could be interesting with the cards that are in it. You know, you got a Balogun, you got a Lamine Yamal. I'll probably do it. Hopefully it's pretty cheap and affordable. Other than that, maybe a player SBC. We still have a Phantom Cole Palmer leak that we don't exactly know where or when he's going to be dropped, but that could have been a fake leak if we're being completely honest, because if he hasn't been dropped already, and with the way this promo has been looking, like, where would he actually go? Really, what today is probably going to be useful for, if you're hopping on this game before the World Cup semifinal, is getting some games done in the Season 9 Daily Knockout Tournament. And then also the Stars Born Cup, which is going to refresh again. But really, it's about rivals probably in the tokens. Like, that's going to be my grind. I got 11 wins in champs. It's an okay weekend league record. I was 11-2. Sorry, I was 10-2, ended on 11 wins. It was very painful. But trying to get my 24 points in Rivals this week to get all the footies tokens that I possibly can and make my life a little bit easier. So that's going to probably be the biggest thing for today, is grinding through those Rivals wins, or also playing the Gauntlet if you've got that to go as well. But I'm going to probably do Rivals first, since that is expiring first in terms of at least what rewards I can get first, and the token situation right now in this game as well. Guys, I'd also just give you a quick shout. Keep doing the daily upgrade. I know it's like, oh, man, I got to log on and do some SBCs. Spending 10 minutes doing upgrade packs, 15 minutes, can like completely change your account and get you set up for success with this content that could be coming this weekend with Summer Stars. So we're very, very curious, or at least I'm very, very curious about that. We'll be keeping an eye on the leaks to see what happens there and what sort of news we get about the Summer Stars promo. Is it going to be as good as it sounds? Are there going to be any surprises? I've got questions, but right now we don't have any answers. I'll open an 84 times 10 for the lads. No tunnel. Balogun's the last card that I'd like to, pack through this promo, but I will say, if I'm able to just Evo his Star Performers card through that 1,000 token Evo in the Footies token store, I wouldn't need to pack his new item. Anyway, guys, that's the stream, or that's the video for me today. I will see you in a stream today. We'll be looking at content, everything that comes out, getting some games in, and maybe making some coins as well. We're always trying to make a few coins. And I'll probably just rip a store pack today too, because of the Star Performer cards that are out. Like, I'm going to at least give myself a chance at packing something good. The percentages are not good, but we got to at least try to hit ourselves one of those new Jed Spence cards. I would love to Evo him. First promo card for Jed Spence of the year. I think that's part of the hype as well. See you guys in the stream today. Happy Wednesday. I don't know who to root for between Argentina and England. Harry Kane versus Messi. Two of my favorite players in real life. I don't know where I side. I might just have to watch, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, I love you. Thank you for watching the video today. See you in the stream here at Content or on Twitch as well. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.